real quick, I got a special announcement for you guys. Right now, we're running a special promotion over on poodlecfb.com. If you use code WINTER with a capital W, you will receive 40% off the annual deal, which basically locks you in from now and the majority of CFB 26. It's one of the fastest growing communities, so you definitely want to get in now so you'll be locked in for next year. And if you want to stick to the monthly plan, we're running 20% off on the monthly if you use code WINTER2025 with a capital W. So make sure to check it out. The codes and links will be down below in the description and in the comments. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 25 video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over an updated list for the most overpowered coaching packages you need in Dynasty mode. Before we get into the video, guys, as always, if you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and if you haven't already, check out poodlecfb.com. We have extended code WINTER. As you guys keep signing up and you guys are loving the discount, I'm going to keep it running for you guys. It is a great way, and I cannot stress this enough, a great way, a great opportunity to get in now, because if you buy the annual plan or the monthly at the discount, code WINTER capital W gets you $40 off the plan, and code WINTER 2025 gets you 20% off the plan. It is a recurring discount, so you're going to get it now at a cheaper rate because it's the end of CFB 25, but it locks you in for the entirety of CFB 26 with the discount, especially the annual, and the monthly of course is recurring, so you do keep that discount, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure you get it now. All these tips I give you guys, all the in detail analysis, all the extra tips, bonuses, first-hand glitches, things that you quite honestly can't put out there because they'll get patched, all of that resides in that group chat. Direct 24/7 help from basically anyone in there, all the admins and everyone else, so make sure you do get in there. You won't want to miss it, especially all the calculators and everything else that comes with it. But guys, let's get into the video. Let's go over to coaching packages. I'm going to go through my favorite 5 or so that I think you absolutely need. I'm going to go through piece by piece here. So with recruiting, with all the testing we've done, everything we've done, we've come down to the most elite of the elite packages. Now, my personal favorite recruiting package is going to be tier 1 elite recruiter. That is a must-have. You gain additional interest for every 10 hours spent. The beauty of that is when you pair it with something above, like increased recruiting hours or recruiting actions, you have a bonus. The beauty is when you have 70, 65, 80 hours, when you do 80 hours, that's 10 times 8. That's 10 bonuses you're getting. Well, 8 bonuses you're getting for every 10 points. So you're spending 80, you're getting bonuses. Tier 1 recruiter is an absolute must. Of course, 1 through 3 is good, but that's run of the mill. Almost everyone gets 1 through 3 here, so I'm not going to go over those as much. But tier 1 lasting impression is an absolute must. Now, why am I doing this video? I want to make this clear too. I have my best coach build. I have a variant to my best coach build, but everyone has different circumstances. My coach build is heavily tailored for certain people. It applies to most people universally, 90% of it, but the final 10% is heavily tailored to a select few, right? So what's good about this, when I give you guys my overpowered abilities or coaching abilities, you guys can go ahead and think to yourself, okay, I absolutely need these, and these are the reasons why. But I can make variations to the overall build. As long as I have these, everything else can be a little bit more circumstantial. So when it comes to recruiting, I think that's an absolute must. Of course, 1 through 3 is important, but this one right here is the one you absolutely need, and this is going to take your recruiting to the next level, especially when your coordinators have it. I don't really care for strategist or tactician. Coming into architect, there's 3 abilities I like, but 1 is overpowered. So tiers 1 through 3, I all recommend. But for me personally, I'm a big fan of field study and limitless. The third one's cool, but really it's tier 1 and tier 2 are the ones I recommend. Now, the thing about limitless is a lot of people say, oh, you know, there's the other one like senior superlatives, and that works too for CO. It's much more expensive, and it only works in your senior year. This works any year, which I think is more beneficial because I don't really want to unlock caps at a later in the year and then maybe not get them all. What I like here is that you get a random skill cap whenever leveling up, which increases your ceiling, but really what I like with tier 1 is going to be the extra XP. I like that because I'm always looking for ways to farm XP. I basically figured out how to set up Motivator to get my randomized XP, but I want to have more of an impact to myself. And this is what kind of bothered me a little bit in terms of, in Madden, what was always cool is that, like, if I play really well, or I'm good at the game, or I have a lot of stats for my quarterback, he will grow, regardless of random offseason stuff. Now, what I've noticed with CFB is it's less like that. You can do a lot of work, but in the offseason, they just get their random bonus, and so be it. If they don't get a good random bonus, they're not going to be great players. I wanted to give myself a way I want to do it more myself. So I like that. Now again, where this doesn't apply to every position, like O-line, I don't care for it as much as I do for quarterback. But quarterback, you could take advantage of your freshman 5-star elite dev and go all in knowing you're going to be getting extra XP for everything you do. And I really like that. And that also, the reason I like tier 2 a lot is because it ties into it. If I'm leveling up quicker, I'm getting more chances to increase skill caps, and I'm going to be able to grow my player better. Those are 2 that I really like as a whole for architect. Of course, you have to spend 25 in tactician to get it, so do keep that in mind. But I love those 2. 3 is a nice bonus if you have the points or you have the setup for it. But that also depends if you can win a lot. That's why I don't make it my mandatory ability for everyone or coaching package, because you may not win that much, or maybe you do sim seasons with like Army or one of the lower teams, and you're not going to be winning going on 3-game win streak. So keep that in mind as well. Go up to Motivator. There's two you absolutely need, or two that are overpowered, but I'm gonna give you the caveat. So this one is just tier 3. I don't really care for tier 2 here. Tier 3 is an absolute must. You need to get every position group but kicker. Again, this is just a random dynasty I started for example, so ignore this. Every single one but kicker needs tier 3. Without tier 3, you're hurting your entire dynasty. Anyone who plays this game and doesn't have this by like season 2, all of them tier 3, is really hurting themselves. That is going to be your randomized off-season training boost that you get during training results week. That's a must. Now the other one is going to be tier 3. My only problem with tier 3, again, it's overpowered, but to get there requires you to sacrifice elsewhere. So definitely check out my coaching build videos. I've made, I believe, 2 over the last 3 months. The last one is the most relevant. Check that one out and watch it so you guys can get a better understanding. You can't exactly go all in on Architect and all in on this, so make sure to pick one, but it is overpowered. Tier 3 is overpowered because it does stack. What I mean by stack is a lot of people try experimenting with these, like getting more progress faster, getting more XP, all that stuff. The only ones that stack in the offseason, that's during training results week, is tier 3 and then tier 3 here. What I mean by stack is, so if you were to do a test and you ran just tier 3 on your players, you get to 86 overall, right? 82 to 86 overall on a player. If you also have tier 3 of this, you'll go from 82 to 90, and you can keep testing these tests. There'll be slight variances, but basically your baseline goes from 86 to 90, and they work in unison. So you actually get crazy boost from having both of them. It's just that it's only off season. It's basically just the off season, and it does require you to probably go with your coordinators as motivator as well. Another caveat to it, but so far we have elite recruiting tier 1, architect tier 1, tier 2, master motivator tier 4, and tier 5. I'm going to give you guys another one that is really good, but I think it has its purpose and it's very specific, so keep this in mind. This will be a video that I think comes out on my channel, I think last Friday, so go check it out. And that's going to be strong root / relationship builder. Now I know what you guys are saying, you hate pipelines. I do hate pipelines. Now I have found a value for pipelines, but it's really for teams that are 3-star and lower. If you're building from the mud like a 3-star or even lower team, you'll know that when you become a 5-star program, it's not all equal. You may be a 5-star, but you're kind of a fake 5-star. What I mean by that is your pipelines didn't upgrade. So you're going against Bama and Texas, all these teams that have like 5-star pipelines and all these crazy pipelines. Your pipelines still kind of react the same way they did before. And pipelines are good for starting interest. Now, again, I don't care about starting interest, but there is a thing here where if you're a 5-star program that used to be a 1-star, 2-star like Duke, and now your pipelines suck, you're not starting on a lot of boards, which is horrible mentally because you're going to think you can't win a lot. It's going to require a lot more hours to win a lot. You won't get as many early leads, which I think early leads are only important for when I want to do my pull the rug method, where I drop all my points and I just let them hover there with a huge lead and scare everyone off, which helps me get my elite classes. And even more importantly, getting insta commits, and more importantly than that, is going to be being locked out. So you may actually have instances where you're locked out of recruits early on, out of their top 8 very early. And that is the real problem that you may run into with a team that's was once a 1-star and is now a 5-star. So you can invest in some combination of these. I do have a video going out on Friday going through them. Make sure to check that out. But boost your primary pipeline, hometown discount, tier 2 here, and then of course strong roots as well. Go check these out. It does upgrade your pipelines, but these, I don't want to say it's overpowered like one specifically. It depends on what school you have and what you're doing. So check that video out. I did go more in depth on it. But you definitely want to be taking a look at this package if you are a 3-star or lower. Does it help 5-stars? Yes. But if you already have a team with elite pipelines, I'm going all in on architect, all in on motivator, all in on recruiting, and other things that I don't necessarily think you need it. But there is a world where this can be beneficial for lower schools because it kind of gets your baseline up. Like you're almost like a fraud 5-star. Like you look really good on the outside, but your engine's like a cheap engine. It's basically the analogy I've been using. So you definitely could benefit from it in terms of starting out and not being locked out. And then in terms of CEO, I don't often recommend it. Delay Sunday is really good, but I did just make a video that you should go check out from last week, or this week I should say, that does go over how to do this without actually having the package. So that's why I'm not going to put it here. Dream School, I think is fun. I think Dream School is fun, but I don't think it's necessary. If you have a coach that has it already and it's built in, it's super fun. It gives you a head start in your recruiting class because you can lock in like 1 5-star and 3 4-stars, and basically you have a nice foundation. You can build the rest. But I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's worth going all the way up. Bundle discounts is amazing if you're going to go ahead and actually do the coordinator glitch or the coordinator method. It's not very common, so I wouldn't recommend it. Senior superlatives is also really good, but I like what I'm doing with architect. I don't think it's worth going all the way up. If you were going to do that, you can maybe forego limitless on all of them and do that. But limitless works across all 4 or 5 seasons that you have them. Senior superlatives is just their senior year, and a lot of times I get my elite guys are all drafted out by then. So you can just go ahead and do what I said with foregoing that with the other method I dropped, and you'll be fine as well. But guys, that basically wraps up the video. These are my most overpowered abilities I think you need. Obviously, there are other abilities I really like. There's other things I think you need. But in terms of any coach you're building, these are the ones you want to be building your build around. These are the ones when you're doing a recruiting coach, you need that tier 1. When you're doing a hybrid coach, you need tier 1, and then you need architect tier 1 and 2. If you're doing a motivator, double, triple setup of coordinators, you need motivator tier 3 and elite motivator tier 3, master motivator. And that's going to basically be the point of how you're going to do this. If you have a low school, you want to incorporate those programs, strong roots, and program builder. That is the point of this video, so you understand every like foundational piece and overpowered piece you need to have in this game just to succeed and be able to compete with other people that understand and watch the videos and know what they're doing, as well as compete even harder or outstep guys who don't know what they're doing. And that's the purpose of this. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. New to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know more in-depth analysis, be a part of the everyday discussions for what we do on this channel, make sure to head on over to poodlecfb.com. I promise you, you're going to be accused of cheating. You're going to dominate your league. You're going to make everyone else feel really dumb at this game if you're a part of that community. So sign up now while we do have the discount code running. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.